Hello and good afternoon on a sunny afternoon. And I wanted to drop in and say hello because I've just been teaching a yoga class and I'm teaching again later this evening. And on a warm day like today, and certainly if you are in a very warm room teaching, you recognize how things change. You know, your students are hot, they're tired, and especially if there are a lot of people in a room, we generate our own heat as well. And I was thinking, because when I was, certainly when I was teaching yoga teachers, so doing CPD courses and yoga teacher training courses, they often asked about how do we implement Ayurveda into our teaching, but also really into our daily life. And this is basically it. We look around us and see what's happening. So as a teacher, and also if you're a yoga teacher, we work with our inner cycle, our inner seasons, our what's going on inside. And obviously if you teach a public class, everyone is different. Everyone has different prakriti or vikriti. Everyone is going through different things. So we have to find a common theme. So we look to the external. So the external now in July, it's summer. And we are in the northern hemisphere in northern Europe, so obviously now it is actually summer. Today is actually a summer day, but it could equally be a not very summery day. It could be cold, it could be windy, so we have to kind of look at what's going on in our external environment. So as I'm teaching a lunchtime class, I need to consider the sun is high, it is really hot today, and we were in a really hot room, so maybe we do some practices. They can still be dynamic, we can still do a vinyasa flow, but maybe the focus is on a more cooling energy. So we did hip openers and working with grounding through the hips and the legs and squats. So kind of the earth element which is cooling and the water element which is cooling as well. You can still add other things into it, but just kind of the overall theme is to create a little bit of balance into the heat that's already around us. So that's kind of how we can look at it. So if today was a really cold, wet day, we could have brought up a little bit more fire in the body as well. So these are ways that we can look at it. If it's a very windy day, again, we can get grounded. Or if everyone's energy feels really flat, then we can do back bends to open up to get that light, the air element. So those are the things that we can read what's going on in nature around us and the energetic in the room and in the world as well. And really when I think about Ayurveda is that we start to listen more to the wisdom of nature. And we are part of nature, so we listen to our own body in our own practice. But as teachers or someone that works in a one-to-one, you start to listen to the other person's energy as well, how they express, how they feel, and the external environment as well. So that's why I think sometimes in Ayurveda when people say, oh, can you give me a diet plan, what am I supposed to eat from a dosha? Well, that changes every day, because today, if you have a good acne, a good digestive system, you can probably eat a nice salad. But if your digestion is not so good, maybe you should still eat nice warming foods rather than cold foods. And it changes. So if you have a good acne, but it was a cold, windy day, lots of rain, and it's been like that for a while, then maybe a cold salad is still not a good idea. So it's we are all individuals, and we change with the weather, and we change with what's going on around us and the seasons. So really Ayurveda is to start to really truly listen to our own body and to our external environment as well. So now you can enjoy cooling practices. I did the Shitali pranayam, so the cooling breath. And I did that on the Facebook Live as well. But if you get my newsletter, I actually send an old link, and I remember recording that video a couple of years ago when it was really, really, really hot. So yeah, so it's a cooling breath is always good when it is like this, but also if you just feel like if you have a hot flush, if you just feel hot, and so the heat is not just feeling hot in temperature, but maybe you feel hot as in angry or irritated, and then the cooling breath is good too. So do sign up to my newsletter as well. I'd love to connect with you through that too. And yeah, lots of interesting things coming up. So if you want to learn more about Ayurveda, let me know as well. If you want to know more about our cycles, especially our lunar cycle, and for women our menstrual cycle, let me know, because I am writing on that right now. So thank you for watching. Bye.